My long-awaited book, Astrology Realized, is finally available and waiting for you at Amazon and other online retailers. Get one for you, your loved one, or as a gift, all part of your fabulous journey to understanding astrology. Enjoy. Hello, fabulous Aries. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of November 2013, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. Where it comes to love, now I did start to allude to it just a little bit, some of the themes in the general horoscope, but now I can actually delve into it because it does have to do with love. And it is this notion of automatic reactions. Where they come from, what are they? Do you like the way that you react to certain triggers? And also where it is, especially this month, where it is that what used to trigger you in one way no longer does. Now, I used the phrase in the general horoscope having to do with turn you on. And you can understand this in different ways, of course. We can understand this in moments of passion. We can understand this in terms of having strong reactions that we label negative. You know, maybe triggers some anger, triggers that end of passion. And we can also understand this as triggering delight or experiences of delight or euphoria. When I consider the sky for you, it does look like you are and have been in a significant process of change. There are a lot of indicators for this. For one, we have Saturn moving through the part of the sky that has to do with psychological regeneration and rebirth. So that's been happening for you for the last year and will continue into this year. And Saturn is being triggered very strongly this month by a very powerful solar eclipse. But what we also have is Uranus moving through your sign throughout this decade. And that also represents a rebirth of sorts. Whereas Uranus brings about these rebirths in ways that are very quick, sometimes very shocking, Saturn brings these about in ways that have us examining the truth and having us look at the truth in a way that is more honest than we've been in the past and that we've known. And it's honest because it makes us look at the reality of the situation from a more tangible perspective, from a perspective of this is what I've manifested. So you're looking at what it is that you've actually manifested, based on that, understanding what's been happening on energetic levels much more deeply. So in the context of love, what I am seeing for you is whether you're with an established partner or whether this is with someone new, you're likely to have at least one very notable experience that makes you very aware that what used to turn you on or trigger you in one way no longer does. And this awareness on your part, this light bulb moment as it's called, on your part actually brings you a lot of contentment. It brings you a lot of happiness. And the reason is because the fact that you are no longer triggered in the same way is a representative of growth on your part, growth on a significant level for you. The way that you love, the way that you understand intimacy and bonding with another person is changing. And you're going to get lots of chances coming up very shortly in the near future. You're going to get a lot of chances to really work on relationships as I talk about in the love overview for 2014. And this month sets you up very nicely for what's coming up just next month. This month sets you up very nicely to start looking at how it is that you've changed and what it is that you actually want to strengthen, where it is that the work actually is going to be, and where it is that you've already done the work, where it is that you've learned that lesson, you've talked it out, you've looked it over, you've turned it around, you've come to understand what it is that a certain situation or a certain person in your past represented, and now you no longer need to walk that road anymore because you've integrated the lessons. And ultimately, the lesson has to do with self-value and self-respect. It has to do with the maturing of your definition of love so that that automatic reaction of lust isn't necessarily love, but that we're able to say, okay, or you're able to say, okay, this is desire and lust, but now what I want and what triggers me in that way is different. But I'm also now triggered by, in a positive way, triggered by feelings of loyalty and friendship. Stuff that ordinarily would seem really boring, but now actually feels really liberating for you. And it feels liberating because there is a peace and a calm to it. And your love is about to evolve in just leaps, in just a moment this month. The way that you understand love and the way that you understand partnership and what it's going to mean for you now and into the future is going to go through a notable shift. But the shift has actually been happening, and this moment is a long time coming. Yeah.